The fight, Liz. Manny Brown. Rico Sandretti.
Murray!
Where are those tickets?
Murray! Come here for a minute.
Tickets. 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 Tickets.
Try not to disturb Liz. She's relatively stable and she's out of danger, but who knows when she'll wake up.
That's not my problem.
As far as the other problem goes, which is to say, how we are finally going to get free of Fitzrandolph, everything's been taken care of.
Define everything.
First, I'll construct a chip extractor to liberate the rest of Fitzrandolph's victims safely.
Now I'll need you to get me 1 or 2 components, said Fly. After all, you're still my volunteer. Plus, you'll have to make sure to keep Fitzrandolph away from here, he continued. He can't find out that we've gotten free.
Fascinating. And the part about the escape?
That's the best of all. Big Albert is at the end of this hallway with the Immaterial Man and the Poet of Pain. 3 of the most brilliantly lucid and lucidly brilliant minds of our time. At this moment, they are designing a master plan that will sink Fitzrandolph's plans.
Oh, and I suppose that you also want me to help them, right?
Murray, you're a man of action. Leave the thinking to the professionals, okay?
Oh yeah? You know what action I feel like taking right now? Breaking your face.
What a guy.
For tea bags. A drink for sissies. Ha! Sensitivity in raw form. Peter, what's his name? A scientist of great renown. He uncovered this whole story.
I spy
What do you spy?
something. What does it start with? It starts with the H. Herd.
Hubris! This conversation is closed to me. I'm a man of action. Let's see if she wakes up once and for all, and I get my tickets back. Ingenious way to camouflage the entrance to the laboratory. Whatever else Willie may be, he's a guy who knows how to do things right. From one of those horror flicks that Willie makes. This flick is the worst for sure. It's even uglier than Fly and the Poet put together. My entire paycheck says that I haven't seen this flick. How disgusting. I don't know how zombie flicks ever got to be in style. The only good thing about movie posters are the girls. I hate the movies. Bingo, there's Willie watching a flick that Eli Edmund, that guy who's painted blue is showing. Although it's more of an interview than a flick. Main characters, a dark-haired Amazon, a greasy fat guy, and Liz Allaire. Back to work.
Well, if it isn't my buddy Murray. Stop the film, Kajanowski.
Whatever you say, Mr. Fitzrandolph.
Celsius already let you go? How are you?
Better than you.
Are you sure?
Just what I said. Fitzrandolph is fab.
That's better. I'm glad to have you on my side.
Good for you. Fitzrandolph loves us all.
What a guy. Wit and style in spite of everything.
Working?
I'm just finishing watching a short advertisement that we just filmed. As soon as I'm done, I'll stop by Zelsius Laboratory and see how everything is going down there. Wait for me there, okay?
How'd the screening go?
Smooth sailing. The film transmits exactly what it should transmit.
What's the film you're watching?
Tomorrow, you'll find out, Murray.
You don't trust me? Fitz Randolph is fab.
Of course I trust you, but later when I finish watching it, come by my office and I'll tell you. Is it a deal?
Deal. Don't go down to the laboratory because... it's awfully cold.
Thank you, Murray, but I dress warmly. I won't catch a cold.
Because... never mind. Forget it. Keep working. Fitz Randolph loves us all.
What a guy. Start it up again, Kajanowski.
Yes, sir.
A bonbon? Dan Murray to the rescue. Honey, I'm Dan Murray, and you are...
Get out of here, imbecile. Don't you know who I am?
No idea.
I'm Eva Murte, the Queen of the Scream, and this is the Grim Reaper. The two actors the most hated by anyone with a modicum of ethical sense.
Good for you.
Dear, this imbecile doesn't know who we are.
I'm sleepy. You kill him.
I wish. But you heard Mr. Fitz Randolph. From now on, we have to behave ourselves.
Fitz Randolph is fab.
Fitz Randolph loves us all.
Is it my imagination, or are you two a little sadistic?
I love kitties.
Me, I love little birdies.
Fascinating.
Cats are nice and crunchy.
Birds even more so.
Fatso.
Pig.
Old man.
Filthy.
I love you.
I adore you.
Fascinating. Two things that you like, off the top of your heads.
The sobbing of a child.
Funerals.
Why does Fitz Randolph want you to behave yourselves?
Because now we're his spokespeople, imbecile.
His spokespeople, stupid.
Speaking for what?
Of something we're not authorized to tell you about.
If we told you, we'd have to kill you.
But we can't kill people either.
I see. What a mess. What are you doing here?
Waiting for Fitz Randolph to let us go, imbecile.
Waiting, stupid.
I'm leaving.
Aya, imbecile.
Aya, stupid.
Whose is this? Let's see who this belongs to. Mystery solved. Liz Allaire's press pass. That's it. But I'm curious about this. Although I hardly know you, I know you'll be an important person in my life. And signed by Zelsius. Is that pig trying to hook up with Liz? I'll show him. But then, why do I care? It's not as if I were interested in that half-wit. Let's see what else.
And that's how everything ended up for Dan Murray. He found the tickets that he wanted so much, he went home, he had a nice siesta on the sofa, and counted the minutes until Friday night. Although, who are we trying to fool? We all know that Dan wasn't there for the tickets, right? Anyway.
At last, I have what I want. I could get out of here right now, but what would that band of incompetents in the laboratory do without me? Let's get this thing over with. There's something sitting on it. A letter and 3 numbers. Who knows?
Put it on pause, Kajanowski.
What is it, Murray?
I repeat, don't go down to the laboratory because... Zelsius and I need our privacy, huh?
Although I hardly know you, I know you will be an important person in my life. Yours, Barry Zelsius. What a guy. Murray, my friend, you're a fountain of surprises.
If you only knew.
And Zelsius, too. Who would have guessed? Anyhow, I won't mess up your plans. I'll cancel my visit to the laboratory and I'll leave you two alone. Deal?
Deal.
I hope that Willie keeps his mouth shut, because that lie could do a lot of damage to my reputation, thought Dan. Because I have too many girlfriends who would be more than a little surprised. But anyway, in exchange, I get the tickets and Willie's word that he won't go into the laboratory.
Start it up again, Kajanowski.
Yes, sir.
Nice. Elevator 1, Murray 0. I'll dial the 4 digits from the note. Elevator 2, Murray 4. Great comeback. Game over. I would have rather kicked it, but here it is. Smells like gunpowder. This leads to someplace far away from the studios for sure. Will this work, Half-Pint?
Hey! The thing in the center is one of the glass things that Zelsius uses to charge the chips. There are no two ways about it. I'll finish what I'm doing and then I'll take it apart.
Will this work, Half-Pint?
Oh, of course it will. Why didn't I think of that before? In all these components, there's sure to be something similar to a chip. Murray, with this, I have everything I need to build a reliably safe chip extractor. Let me work for a bit and I'll have it in no time.
Thanks for the components, Murray, said Fly. Give me a little while to work on this, and I'll have the chip extractor shining and ready in no time.
Hey, Looney, thanks for the tickets. I was thinking that I have an extra one. I know boxing ain't your thing, but... So anyway, get better, okay? You've gotta be strong, Liz. Strong, just like a rock. Dan Strong. Liz, companion Dan. Liz, strong. Liz, break it.
Finally! I was dying to get a chance to talk to myself. I'm gonna give myself a piece of my mind. Heyo! Heyo! How's it going? Here I am. Ah. And you? Here also. How nice. Well, yes. Fitz Randolph is fab. What? Fitz Randolph loves us all. I never say fab. It's never too late to change, Liz. Change to say Fab. Change so that William A. Fitzrandolph can be the first monster in Congress.
Finally, Liz understood that if she wanted to get back to being herself, she would have to free her other from the yoke of Fitzrandolph.
Ayo, ayo. Do you have any electric blue nail polish? No, but I wish I did because I've been wanting to paint my nails since yesterday afternoon. Me too. Ever since I escaped from a Zeppelin. Me too. It's amazing how alike we are, Liz. Do you know how I know that you're not me? But Liz, I am you. By your makeup, Liz, I would never make myself up like that. That wasn't me. The makeup director insisted that these were my ideal colors. Well, they look terrible on you. Fitzrandolph loves us all. That bad? So bad that I feel embarrassed for you. Me. I'll be right back. Nora, are you there? What a pain. Where were you going? The makeup director isn't here, and on top of that, she took her things. Huh. Now what? That's what I say. Fitzrandolph is fab. I have to tell you something about Fitzrandolph. Fitzrandolph has brainwashed you, and I'm grateful to him. It's important to keep these things clean. Fitzrandolph is fab. You escaped from his Zeppelin, don't you remember? Of course I remember. But I was mistaken then. Fitzrandolph loves us all. He's a friend of Dan Murray, that jerk. No, of that jerk? Yes, Liz, of that jerk. That can't be. I don't believe it, Liz. Let's drop Fitzrandolph. I will always follow him. Fitzrandolph is fab. Aya, Liz. Aya, Liz. It looks like Liz's. Where did I get it? The girl in the dressing room gave it to me. She said it looked good on me. Ayo, ayo. Has the makeup person come back? Wait here for me. You'll see how there's makeup in here. No, but this bracelet goes. It's not my style, and I won't let Liz wear it. Or watch a pair of animals hitting each other. How is Fitzrandolph affecting her in this terrible way? By now it'll be all melted. Nothing? Nothing. Turf is useless in a faraway land. Let's see. A clamp. And a magnet. Pros. Better to have these two things than not. Cons. And why do I want them? Was this like this before, or has someone rearranged the buttons? Are they trying to make me cry? Well, if it isn't Anne-Marie!
Although Liz still didn't know it, Anne-Marie's help was absolutely essential. So then, what did this help consist of?
If you turn it, the table turns and it becomes a love nest. Ah, no, I was mistaken. If you turn it, it comes off. How simple and effective. To Anne-Marie Allaire for her Master in Business from the prestigious Stanford University, California. It's frightening to think that Anne-Marie studied business in California and music in New York simultaneously. She commuted back and forth by plane every day, but that's not the worst part. In the meantime, she took advantage of the experience to earn a flight attendant certificate. To Anne-Marie Allaire for her study of music at the most prestigious school in the country, Juilliard, in New York. Hey, yo, Anne-Marie.
Welcome, Elizabeth, the Allaire Gallery thanks you for having inspired Queenie to paint these 5 paintings,
You've talked to her! Finally! I knew you two would work it out.
Incorrect assessment, She sent them to me by messenger with a note, Postscript, : She also attached the voodoo painting in the window,
Ah, yes, I saw it when she was starting to paint it.
Opening parenthesis. I hope that doesn't affect you too much, ellipsis closing parenthesis.
Why would the voodoo painting affect me?
Because of what happened when Mom and Dad took us to New Orleans,
What happened when Mom and Dad took us to New Orleans?
You still can't remember it? ? An old woman, a witch, gave you a doll and told you that if you put 2 objects belonging to someone on it, it would turn into a voodoo doll, and that's what you did,
How did we make the voodoo doll?
You cut a lock of hair from a girl and you put it on the doll as a wig, Then you took her handkerchief and you tied it around the doll as if it were a skirt,
What happened to the girl we made the voodoo doll for?
You said that the doll had accidentally fallen into a hole filled with mud, and that under the laws of voodoo, the girl had also fallen, just after that, The girl got very mad and we never saw her again, ellipsis.
What was the name of the girl we practiced voodoo on?
Don't you remember? ? She was with us for years as a babysitter, : Her name was Stacy, .
That name doesn't mean anything to me.
How strange! ! You were obsessed with her for years, and compared her to everything you saw, : A vase, a crane, a suitcase. Opening parenthesis. One of the big kind, ! Closing parentheses, ellipsis.
Well, no, I don't remember, but people have been messing with my brain a lot lately. You play other instruments besides the piano, right?
I have certificates in piano, classical guitar, violin, cello and percussion, Wait, Control Z:, not cello, I still have another year to go,
What do you think about all this?
That Queenie and you threw Stacy into the well, and that you invented the connection to the doll to avoid getting chewed out, There's no such thing as magic, end of paragraph.
Let's drop the voodoo topic. You always look like you have everything under control.
One mustn't let oneself get carried away by emotion, Elizabeth, Even when you're, extremely and terribly angry, Always remember this, To analyze your feelings dispassionately, end of paragraph.
Something very strange happened to me. I spoke to myself.
Elizabeth, you're always doing that, Opening parenthesis. I wonder when you'll get some focus and stop doing it, closing parenthesis.
Eya!
Eya! Exclamation point.
Is this your jacket?
A client gave it to me, a boxer, the guy with the tickets, but it's not my style, as you know, If you like it, it's yours.
I don't like it. I'll keep it. It's really ugly. Thank you. Ugh, you'd have to like sports a lot to wear this. Yuck! These things are supposed to be made of animal intestines. Who does he think he is? These creatures like it if you speak to them in their language. Me, Liz. Liz, thank Rock.
Dan Strong. Liz, welcome.
Dan live alone in jungle?
Dan bachelor shack. Dan bring women to shack. Liz want go Dan shack?
Liz never first date. Dan not friends?
Jungle, many bachelor shacks. Witch doctor, Dan best friend.
Witch doctor live far?
Witch doctor live close, above Dan head.
Witch doctor talk no more. Dan big knife? Dan give to Liz?
Liz, no throw knife?
Liz, second best markswoman Mendelssohn Club.
Dan no club. Dan test Liz. Liz, bad thrower. Liz, no knife.
Knife work bad. Knife very bad.
Knife good. Liz, bad. Liz, eat apple. Liz, get strong.
With her pride in her marksmanship wounded, Liz decided that she would take the knife-throwing test that Dan was proposing.
I have a tom-tom. Could you play it for me?
Of course. Period. Do you have the sheet music? Question mark.
No.
Elizabeth, comma. I never play without sheet music. Period. I never improvise, comma. So, colon, give me the sheet music for the tom-tom, comma, and I will play it for you whenever you like. Period.
Great idea. Liz, knife test more.
Liz, great thrower. Dan, surprised.
Ha! Because Liz trick. Liz put magnet in apple.
Dan, no word magnet. Liz, great thrower. Liz, keep Dan knife.
Liz say, Dan, thank you.
And so, thanks to her ingenuity and Dan's tiny vocabulary, Liz passed the knife-throwing test.
Ayo, Dan.
Ayo, Liz.
Liz speak about crocodile. You fight crocodile?
Dan strong. Dan great warrior. Dan throw knife crocodile far.
Liz enter crocodile mouth.
Dan no believe. Liz crazy.
Life is crocodile. Sometimes stuffed animal, sometimes bite.
Dan understand. No.
Crocodile talk no more. Dan no Fitz Randolph?
Dan no word fit run down.
Here we go again. Yeah, Dan.
Heya, Liz.
Dan, you play tom-tom?
Dan warrior. Dan strong. Dan no music.
Ayo. Dan no Celsius?
Dan no word Celsius.
Dan
jungle. Many bat.
Witch doctor sheet music tom-tom?
Music sheet.
Correct.
Witch doctor have, but he no give. He angry.
Witch doctor talk no more. Yeah, Dan.
Heya, Liz.
Dan see Liz eat paper?
Dan no see. Liz eat, so Dan see.
I have two pieces that say Martin Foulfool Erickson versus Dean.
You give Dan. Dan give witch doctor friend. Witch doctor smile.
And witch doctor give tom-tom music to Liz?
Yes. Witch Doctor give Dan, and Dan give Liz. If Liz give Dan, and Dan give Witch Doctor.
Liz, give. Finally, authentic sheet music for tribal tom-toms. I've got the sheet music for the tom-tom. Will you play for me?
Of course! Exclamation point.
Is it just me, or does it move when the tom-tom is playing?
Hello? Question mark. No, comma, I'm not interested in contracting your services, period. I'm telling you that I'm happy with my telephone company, comma, miss, period. I just told you that, shift lock, I'm happy with my telephone company. Goodbye! Exclamation point, shift lock. And that crazy Elizabeth? Question mark. Well, comma, I'm not quitting in the middle of the piece, ellipsis.
Best not to tell her I took this, because she'd never believe me. Anne-Marie is playing for me. I can't go now. Thank you! It's a pleasure to hear you play.
You're welcome! Exclamation point.
Finally, Liz got Anne-Marie's help, but what good would it do her?
Fitz Randolph is fab.
Huh?
Fitz Randolph loves us all.
Aha! Now I know who's making the other Liz say the silly things she says. I'll show him.
Fitz Randolph is
Hey,
fab.
Cheeky. Cheeky? That's strange. He can't see me or hear me.
Fitz Randolph
All the
loves
better.
us all.
I'm not going to stick it in him, but let's see how he does with a little piece of his apron missing. He seems okay.
Fitz Randolph is fab.
It reminds me of someone. Now it really is a voodoo doll. Yes, yes, yes! Goodbye, Dr. Cheeky.
And that was how Liz became herself again, freeing her alter ego from the alienating influence of Fitz Randolph. Let's take a look.
Fitz Randolph's not found. Fitz Randolph was
Ava Morte and the Grim Reaper? Huh.
Ladies and gentlemen, come up front. We're going to start filming. Places. Lights. Camera.